I hate you. Hello everybody, my name is Jacob and welcome back to the Beginner's Guide. Let's walk.
I'm still here too.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares anymore. The
ouch.
novelty is worn off. Look, it's old elementary school chairs. I don't know why this game is lagging so much when I have it down on the lowest quality. Oh, I forgot about this.
It's the theater. Oh, Phantom of the Opera.
No, this is actually
Oh.
Jesus. This is actually slightly modeled after the theater where the Oscars takes place.
Oh, fun.
I've been there. I took a tour. In this scene, you will be playing as me. We are at a gathering of professionals. First, you'll start out leaning against this wall. What wall? Oh, that wall. Good, stay right there. The woman across the room in this chair is a professional photographer of animals. It is your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your only chance to learn something from her, to gain something, to succeed. Go on, say something to her. Which one should I say? Always start out a conversation with the bathroom.
Absolutely.
Excuse me, miss, where is the bathroom? What are you doing? You're deflecting. You're not saying what's actually on your mind. Stop dancing around it and have a conversation with this person. Do it again.
I like you. I'm super scared right now.
I'm super scared right now. No, that's not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just that one moment, but I was confident. Maybe it's that you need a better feel of the setting. There were a lot of people around us. I'll give you some props to work with. These cones that bounce when you touch them, these will represent the people nearby. Should I go close?
Touch one. Yo, pinball.
And they make noise.
I bet you've learned to lean into the pain.
I bet you've learned to lean into the pain. You're messing it all up again! You'll figure out if the conversation gets that personal that quickly. Do you not realize how important this was for me? I'll never get another opportunity like this again. Everything was riding on it.
Happy. Focus.
I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage.
Lamp.
Let's go to the lamp. Hello, Lampy. I love lamp.
And it combusts. Go down the hallway. Or not.
What's happening? Should I keep walking?
Yep. Oh, fucking hell. You bitch. Oh, shit.
Okay, yes, now this is working. This is what it was like.
Ends with this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this. You know, it looks to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer.
It's getting darker. The darkness is coming up in on you.
Oh, no.
But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
And now we're in 2010. Well, we were in 2010 for the last one, but shut up.
I didn't say a word.
Shut up. Moby's Trip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game. Now, do you actually close your eyes? That was the important question.
I don't know. Am I closing my eyes for this?
I don't know. Help! I'm blind!
How are you supposed to know what's going on?
Exactly. There's a giant door and then my vision went black. Please, someone talk to me! Linsey,
We about die.
we about to die. Let's get out of here, then.
Probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise.
The only way to
And there
stop is to
is a
speak something
solution,
that's
by the way.
honest.
I'm bursting with creative energy.
No, that isn't truthful. Fuck, Linsey, you fucked us over!
Go through the other elevator.
I can't! We're gonna die!
Oh, we died. It's the middle option. I figured it was.
Why do you think it's the middle option?
Because Coda major depressed. I can't keep making these.
Yes, that's it, that's the truth! Isn't that eerie, though? When it stops, it seems to be scarier than before.
Like I said, I was getting concerned.
It's draining.
First
No, I
off,
don't feel it
he's
anymore.
never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So, where's that coming from? But then, even weirder, his
Haven't
work
been
has
honest.
potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing.
But how do
Here
you
was the point in
know?
my relationship with Koda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
How do you know, though?
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out.
How do you
After
know
this
that
game,
that's
it's
a
almost
real
6 months
reflection of
before he
him?
finishes something new.
How do you know that's a real reflection of him and it's not just him being creative? People who make video games about shooting people don't necessarily always want to shoot people. What do we say?
Where am I? Whoa. Whoa.
What do we say?
Is anyone there?
Shit, fam. Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I've talked to anyone. What's wrong? You look lost.
When I try to create, I feel empty.
You getting the feely feels now? What are you doing?
I'm paying attention, I swear.
You're grabbing food!
I am. I'm hungry. Oh.
Did something change? There was a machine that kept me going and it stopped. I'm trying to use this engine that used to protect me to start it again.
There was a machine that kept me going, and it stopped.
Oh, we're still moving. Don't eat directly in the mic.
I'm not.
Oh shit, fam. I actually am gonna want some of these after that.
Yep.
Wait, you're looking for a machine? I think I know where that is. It isn't far.
I need to see it to know why it stopped.
Do you think the machine actually exists, though?
If the last game featured Koda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11.
It's guarded by a
Put
difficult
yourself in my
puzzle.
shoes,
If
Blake.
you can help me solve the
Here's a
puzzle,
friend
we'll go to the
whose work is
machine.
exhibiting signs of
Deal?
struggle, frustration,
It doesn't matter what I say,
anxiety,
does it?
depression,
We're going to end up there one way or
and yet
another,
still,
right?
He keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
Because maybe you're fixating on it more. Oh, and you noticed I chose 3, but what popped up?
Deal. Perfect.
Come along, I'll show it to you. I think
Shinto.
he's
Because
fixated.
From my perspective at the time, and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own
What do you
little
think?
bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing
This
these
is
games
easy.
to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself.
First, you have to
connect
open the
with.
door.
He had no outlet to ground himself on.
And then... now you have to close the door. And then... Alright, what's next? Now you just press the switch here. And voila, we're through.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever
That's
fails,
everything
you
we
have no
said.
backup and you're just going to crash.
There's no machine here.
Trust me, you'll see. You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say that game development is simple and joyous, that you love it 100% of the time. What do we say?
Okay, making games is simple.
Ah, that feels wonderful. What do we say now?
But it wasn't true.
Don't worry about it, just keep talking. Just keep saying that creation is easy.
I'm constantly excited and enthusiastic about my work.
It's more of what we said.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped.
Now what do we say?
Video games
Just
are
never
not
stop creating and
worth
you'll never feel
this
bad.
amount of suffering.
It's more of the things that we
This is
said.
someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become
None of this
angry
is
and
helping.
frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
Wait, what did he just say?
For him.
It was the worst thing for him. Keep that in mind. It always pays off eventually. Pain breezes effortlessly off me, or any sacrifices made for my work are worth it 100% of the time. Yes, more. Keep
I don't know.
going.
This is what I felt at the time.
There's no shame, no fear, no guilt.
I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten.
There it
I
is.
needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop. But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
You're feeling it. It's starting to hit you? Well, strap in, buckaroo, because it only gets rougher from here. But we've only got about 20 minutes left before the game is over and the story wraps up.
You're fucking
Look.
with me.
The machine.
I'm gonna move those. I'll eat after.
Ma'am, glad to see you've arrived safely. We've captured the machine and it's waiting for you. You can begin we can begin the interrogation whenever you like. I like to imagine in this game that whenever you speak, it's the voice of Judi Dench. Which one?
I intend to be quiet.
I intend to be quiet. I hit forward by mistake. Very good. Just be warned that someone called the press, so you might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda.
Shit.
And of course, it's the machine.
You stopped.
You stopped feeding us.
You've stopped feeding us. Those people out there, can you imagine what pain you put them through? It was only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. How could we possibly go back to trusting you to do this job?
Number 1.
There's a weird thing on the bottom of my foot. And I'm constantly, like, trying not to mess with it, but I've been spending almost the entire game messing with it. So here's what needs to happen. You need to go out and apologize to them.
3. I've been so alone.
Alright. Apologize for leaving me.
Shit.
Do you think you're playing as Coda anymore?
No.
No? Nothing? Think carefully, I know how to hurt you. I've seen the thing you fear. This is not what you expected, was it?
I've seen the thing you fear.
Not what you expected from the Stanley Parable creators?
No, definitely
Or
expected
creator.
this shit.
I mean, this much feels.
Alright then, I will apologize to the people on your behalf.
My followers or my friends? Huh? Not that I know of.
I don't think so.
Sorry. It was
My friends.
sweet, mate. Yes, it was your friend. It falls on me to deliver bad news. I have a troubling revelation.
Falls on me to deliver bad news.
You're being very soft about this. Interesting. I would not have expected that from you. Ooh.
The machine refuses to admit that it deliberately hurts us.
Ooh. Ouch. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. We will find a way to live without it. We do not need its games.
Number 1.
Number 1. Let us pay it retribution, or let us show it that we are not failures.
Let us show it that we are not failures.
Follow me, we will destroy the machine, or follow me, we will destroy everything that the machine has created.
Number 2.
This is probably the greatest part in the entire game. And you're about to see why. What do I do?
Destroy everything.
Coda, I'll make sure your work dies here, or Coda, I'll make sure you are known forever. Which one?
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking
Look familiar?
this, I realized that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would
Or
it give
make
him
it
confidence
worse.
in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
But what if he doesn't want it? What if everything that you perceive as being something wrong is just what he puts on for the games? Like I said, you don't have to be someone who loves killing people to make games about killing. You don't have to be someone who believes in witches or wizards to make a game about Harry Potter.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his game. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
But put down your weapon. Shit. Now what?
Swear to God, if you shoot that thing, I'll be pissed. Oh, you bitch.
What else do I literally can't even
like this was the right thing to do.
Move the mouse. This is
the
all
thing
I
that
can do.
I always feel like I need to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something. I really felt like I'd done something good. Like I was a good
here
person. Felt like there
comes
was a friend
the
who was in
revelation.
trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
It made who feel happy?
Fucking hell.
Not Coda. Him.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
Do you think you're prepared for this?
No.
You haven't been prepared for this entire fucking game.
This man's is a dick.
But is he, though?
Okay. He had good intentions, but...
He had good intentions, but then the argument comes back to, did he have good intentions, or was the whole thing just to make himself feel good?
Both.
But just like with Coda, where we said we'll never know how Coda feels,
And this is
we'll
where
never
I have trouble
know.
saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game. This room actually has a maze in it. Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Should I do it?
No, that destroys this fucking game.
Exactly!
God damn it.
That's the point! It's almost a reflection on the struggle of indie developers versus big AAA developers.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever.
I told
You had to
you!
cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end.
But why does the game have to
That
end?
game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
That you shouldn't be fucking with people's stuff.
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
And yet again, what is he doing? This is not okay. I can see it on your face. You are not okay with this.
This is really, really not okay.
I told you. I warned you. I warned you about this. I said, do you want to play this? It's gonna...
You didn't tell me what the hell it was either.
Well, that's the point. If I told you, it would have spoiled it. And I told you, it's gonna make you feel the feels.
Now I definitely want to play Numa again.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first two challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress.
Because you're not meant to.
And it's scary for me. The idea
That's
of
the
Coda
point.
cutting himself off entirely. Just saying, that's it. That's the end of the conversation. Not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a
Because
failure,
he
I guess,
doesn't
when I can't
want
fix the problem.
you to fix it. He sees
I can
this
open this door
relationship
for you,
as
so
poisonous, and
let
this
me
is
do
his
that.
way of trying to cut you off from him.
Damn.
Welcome to the Beginner's Guide,
Was I a failure for not understanding this game?
a game that is probably the best
I don't know why I would
$10 you
be.
will
It's
ever
not like
spend when you want to fuck
everything
yourself
needs to have
over.
a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why.
But why do you feel like
I
you
remember,
failed?
it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time. And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
There was a reason I walked up to those at the very beginning. But does it have to have a point?
That if I could have connected
Do you
with them,
have to
that if I could have
connect
somehow
with someone
made this work my own,
emotionally
that I would finally be
for your
once and
product
all
to be
happy?
good?
It was that I needed to see myself in someone else.
Damn.
I needed to be someone other than me.
So Coda doesn't have the
But he
problem.
stopped and
You
left.
do.
And it felt somehow like I had failed.
And you begin to see him as an asshole, but now you don't. You feel sorry for him.
No, he's still kind of an asshole.
Where did I screw up?
But it was unintentional.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Shit.
I told you. I told you this was not going to be an easy thing.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
Boom! Three minutes left on the clock.
And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
Stop
Shit.
adding lampposts to them.
Oh my god.
Your entire world is crumbling around you, isn't it?
no, the last game to fuck me up like this was Numa.
And then you stopped. And I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing.
Low points are just a part of the process. I need to make Prince play this game. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine. You're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks, and that you make peace with this thing you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything. This is the last puzzle in the whole game.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work. Is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because
yes.
I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again. Like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
What, did you just realize they were closing in? Wait.
He missed part of the point, though.
Wait, hold on. Epilogue. Look familiar? It almost kind of resembles the White Room in Stanley. With all the answers.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we're here, we don't have the narrator.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Shit.
Solution.
I want to see if Cryotic played this game. I wonder what his reaction to it would have been.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate.
I mean, there are people who literally make those fucking farming simulator
Wouldn't have
games
told so
every
many
year.
people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Now he's gotten the point. You can't diagnose someone else. They have to be able to come forth. They have to be able to confess. When you force someone else to do it, you're taking away that basic right from them.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
Sand. Now what?
I'm broken. Looks like cavern.
Looks like the final level for Bugdom. Did you ever play that game?
No.
That was a fun game. I actually recorded that game, but it ended up fucking up my capture, and I couldn't use any of the footage.
If I knew
But
that
I
my
wish I
life
could have,
depended
because
on
it started
finding
glitching
something
out like
to
you
be
would have
driven
no
by other
idea.
than validation. What would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable.
Everybody wants to be
I actually
liked. Everybody
cannot
wants
conceive of what
to
that would
think
be
that
like.
they're good, but do you think that this is unhealthy?
Yes.
But here's the thing. Here's what you have to consider. He supposedly just wants to be liked as much as anyone else. The only difference is he has the skills and talent to put it out there. If you put all of your internal emotions into a game like this, would you seem less crazy than he is?
No.
Exactly. Now, here's the big question.
What now?
Where did this game come from? This game we're walking around in right now. Coda stopped making games, so where did this come from?
I think I need to go.
Him.
And
Maybe.
I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for. And so I'm just gonna... Okay.
What's this?
Desert town?
Desert Town. See, there was a reason I mentioned deserts before, too. I'm like a fucking episode of Lost. I'm building up to this shit. Do you think there is an end to this game?
I hope so. Because my feelings hurt.
Dude,
All one of them.
the first time I...
Oh.
The first time I played this game was like 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and I was in an incredibly terrible spot in my life, and it just...
fucking course.
It fucking destroyed me like you would have no idea. Like, I played through this whole game in one sitting, not realizing what it was, and I was just like, bye, I'm gone. I can't deal with life anymore.
You're not gonna like Numa then.
God damn it. Why do I let you people talk me into shit like this?
Numa's definitely when we gotta stream. Or record.
I
whatever.
already said that we would.
Oh yeah.
Look familiar,
Back into me.
but are we?
Nope. 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 So many notes. Turn around. Nope. I was kidding. Keep going. Oh. We died.
What's
That's
that?
Fucking lamppost.
No.
Think
Think
God.
farther back.
Oh, it's the fucking beam.
It's the beam. Now here's the question. Do you think it's the fixed beam or not? The narrator's not going to talk to us anymore. He's gone.
Nah, it's definitely the one that's gonna kill us. The one that was... oh, no, wait. That's the one he fixed. Nah, definitely shoot us into space. This is one of Coda's games that he just didn't... It was, like, embedded or some shit. Like, what...
Was any of this Coda's? Was any of this planned, or was this scripted?
Fuck you.
I don't even know. I don't know.
Shit.
But hey, guess what I do know?
Oh, didn't fucking die.
Are you prepared to see this?
Oh. Hello, darkness, my only friend.
Are you prepared to see what's about to come next?
No. But that's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the beginner's guide.
I'm not okay.
I figured you wouldn't be.
I'm not okay, guys.
I kind of predicted that.
Really not okay. Do we just float or can we move?
No, we can't move. We can look around, but nope, we're staying right here. And see, that's the only spot. That actually hurts my eyes a lot. I'm gonna not do that.
Shit.
Ladies and gentlemen. Shit, I'm gonna get a copyright strike. So here's the biggest question. Was that scripted?
My feelings will get back to you later. Because it's not okay.
This is like after you saw Sausage Party, but in a completely different way.
Very much so. This is like after I played Numa.
God damn it, I will fucking play Numa!
Except Numa actually made me cry.
I think the reason you're not crying now is because it's not just a straight feeling of sadness, or like a punch in the gut. You're so confused and your feelings are so all over the place, that's why you're not crying. Or are you crying? I can't tell.
No, I'm not crying.
But you get in the feely feels.
I am.
You get in the field real hard.
Shit.
Ladies and... Oh, wait. Ladies and gentlemen, the beginner's guide. Feelings, final thoughts?
I think I hate you. But that's okay because I get back at you when we do Numa.
Most people hate me. You alright? You gonna be okay?
Yeah. Just, I think I'm going to...
You wanna
Okay.
you wanna play some Overwatch?
No, that's okay. My feelings.
You wanna stare at Mercy's witch skin?
No.
See, I don't think I believe that.
I'm just like comfort food,
Funny movies.
funny movies, maybe
No,
some cat
the Lego
videos.
movie.
Lego movie, maybe. Yeah.
Fucking put on the Lego movie. That's a cure for any bad time.
Oh, definitely.
Alright? This has been the beginner's guide. And alright, here's my favorite thing. Look at the logo. It's very much fancy font, but it's rough. Look at the top of the B.
It's unpolished.
Look at the tail on the G. Look at the E and the.
It's broken.
Exactly. Here's what I really want. I really want like an update for this game to come out with developer commentary.
That would be really, really cool.
Exactly. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Like the video if you like the video. Share the video if you want to share the video. My name is Jacob.
I'm Lindsay.
God damn it. Fuck you. You were searching for players, and you have connected with one, but now unfortunately, I must disconnect. Thank you everybody for watching, and adios!